Content personalization, if we talk about the content personalization on a product or a portal, right? The content personalization is something that happens when a user comes on the site and basis of different data points, which can be user behavior, which can be third-party data points. User sees a content which is more suitable to him, right? That's what the definition of content personalization is. Now, a lot of people, a lot of companies are doing personalizations in different ways. Some are using third-party tools just for the entire bit of pieces where they're collecting the data as well and then doing the personalization over it. And some are doing a very deep integration with their own customer data, the third-party data, and the data being on the website on the portal. Now, there are two kinds of personalization. One is known and other is unknown personalization. And while the known personalization is focused a lot in the industry by different marketing automation tools, what happens is that known personalization is a very limited set of your users, right? So if you know which are the users which is coming on the website and doing what, and you have their customer profile or the profile information, that is usually about 20 to 30%. Most of the users which are coming on a portal or a product are unknown visitors or first time visitors, a lot of them. And if there is a big need of personalization over that. Now enterprises, right, and especially enterprises which are selling to B2B, right, more B2B segment, should look at something like a demand base or a clear bit kind of tools, which allows them to create or not create but consume information or a profile of a user from their IP addresses, right? So if somebody is coming from, let's say, IBM on Srijan.net, I would understand and say that this is a guy who's coming from a high-tech industry, IBM as a company, and I can personalize my content to show him more high-tech industry case studies on my Srijan.net, right? So that becomes extremely useful and and it really helps in conversions, right? Because if you have having a lot of content on portal and attention span which is very less at in this times, it helps users to get the right data or the right content on the portal, right? Which is the unknown part of the personalization, which is the most personalized the most users coming on the site. And then obviously there is the other part which is the known personalization, where the which is the user coming in, what is the email ID. You can map that particular user with a third party data, which can be credit history, which can be the bank, how much what is the transactions they are doing, or it can be their own customer data and say that okay, what is the purchases that they did, what exactly they browsed in, right? So Amazon, for example, used most of the known recommendations or known personalized history, which is done by the most of the big giants, Paytm or Amazon and things like that. But if you are not a Paytm or an Amazon, and if you have a limited way of doing the personalization, you should look at investing more in the unknown part of it, which can help you better conversions. And as you grow that personalization strategy, start moving to the known part of it. Acquia Lift comes with three different components. What it does is that it creates a profile it is a profile manager. So it creates a kind of a DMP profile, data management profile, right, where you have all the history of the users, saying that what exactly the user did, some demographics data, some user generated data as well, and a central profile and exactly which gives the entire data points for you to personalize the content. Then you have the content hub, where you create different kind of content for different places or different attributes, right, to define that personalization journey. And then you have experience builder, which allows you to use the data from content hub, use the profile from the profile manager, and then create experiences basis of these two things, right, on different attributes that you will get from the profile manager, right? So it's a very nice tool which have three different very basic way of implementing things, but easy to use. When I say basic, I mean that really easy to use tools which allows you to create all these journeys on the customer journeys on the portal, and then the same profile hub then can be used for other tools like Acquia Journey, for other purposes as well. So a very nice unified tool to do content personalization. What it also does is that it's not very closed in nature like other personalization tool in the market, right? So you can actually get data from third parties very easily and get inside the DMP profile, the profile that you created from the profile manager, and then use that data as well for the personalization, right? You can use things like demand base or clear bid, and it integrates very well with Drupal, right? So with the Drupal content entities, you can have use that as well. So very overall, Drupal, Acquia, Lift, and then the third-party data actually creates a very comprehensive, easy to use platform, right, for doing personalization.